Wine Cellar, 7001 Chicago Road, right across from the General Motors Tech Center from 6 to 8 p.m. They have wine tasting and strolling hors d'oeuvres provided by the Gazebo Banquet Hall. So please come and join everybody. If you need tickets, it's $25 per person, and it is a $20 deductible. Please call Rose Guattari at 586-754-1206, or you can get tickets at the door. Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Ms. Vogt?
Thank you, Madam Chair. This Saturday, May 16th May 14th is also Clean Up the Park Day. I have adopted Shaw Park is my project. I've invited Lincoln Neighborhood Association and anybody else who is interested in coming out and helping to clean up the parks. But this is a day for you as residents of this city. Take a look at your park, an opportunity for you to step in and help out, make sure our parks are in good condition. We also have hot dogs up here at the community center afterwards. So anyone interested in helping at Shaw, I'd be happy to have you. Thank you.
Mr. Sadowski?
On June 3rd, 2011, the Alhambra Michigan Council of Caravans will be hosting a roast. The individual they'll be roasting is Gary DiCarlo from DiCarlo's Banquet Hall. As everybody, I'm sure most of you know, Gary is a very colorful member of this community, and looking forward to seeing the jabs taken at him. Councilwoman Vogt, I believe you're going to be one of the roasters for that?
And I'm welcome forward to any suggestions someone might have of, little jabs that might be thrown.
She will be representing the Warren Lions Club. Also, Parks and Rec Director Henry Bowman will be one of the roasters. Tickets will be $55, or if you wish to go as a couple, it'll be $100. That includes dinner and cocktails. If you're looking to purchase tickets, I'm sure you can see Ms. Vogt, but you can also call DiCarlo's Banquet Center. They will have tickets available for you there. And again, that will be June 3rd. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and it goes to a great organization. Anybody who's familiar with Alhambra, they deal with developmentally disabled children. Every year they go to the school here in Michigan and hand out toys with Santa Claus, and they work with members of the community, and a number of active members in our community in that. And if you have a chance to go over to enjoy the roast, or at least donate money to that, again, June 3rd. Thank you very much.
Madam Chair.
Ms. Vogt?
Just a correction for Mr. Sadowski. I understand Mr. Bowman will not be there. He will not be one of the roasters.
Oh, okay. Chickened out.
Any other comments from council members? I just have two quick announcements. The first one I'll apologize for because I forgot the detailed information, but the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation is having their golf outing this Saturday. Anyone that's interested in that can feel free to give me a call, 754-3965, and I'll get a hold of that flyer and give you the details. But again, that's this Saturday, and I know that they're still in need of golfers. The other one that I'd like to mention is this Friday at the Imperial Palace. The Macomb County Interfaith Volunteer Caregivers is having their annual bowling fundraiser. It's $25 per person. It includes 3 games, pizza and pop. It's a wonderful foundation that does a lot of work here in the city of Warren, but throughout Macomb County to help senior citizens remain in their home. I strongly, would ask that you would consider supporting them. They're helping our neighbors, and they're helping our community by cleaning up gardens, helping change light bulbs for those that might have walkers and it's difficult to get on step ladders. Run into grocery stores or taking them to doctor's visits is a very, very important service that unfortunately just only has a growing need, and it's a service that they do for free throughout Macomb County. But like I said, I know there's several hundred in Warren that they assist. And if anyone would like any other information, even about the organization or to sign up on the bowling, they can be reached at 757-5551. And again, the bowling event is this Friday at Imperial Lanes. I believe the sign-in time is 6 p.m. So thank you very much. With that, we'll go to the next agenda item.
Item number 11 is a public hearing to receive comment on the proposed
I'm sorry, can I interrupt you, Mr.?
Sure.
Before we get into that, I just want to thank Mr. Becker from the Building Authority for showing up. He provided us all the backup in regards to that Building Authority check that we just approved, and the charts and everything is very helpful. Thank you. I'm sorry, Mr. Sadowski, please go ahead with the next item.
But,
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The backup they just gave us says that a check in the amount of $565,380.28. What's on the agenda item is $580,000, $14,657 more. The backup says that the check will be $14,657 less. So what are we missing?
Yeah, Mr. Becker.
Mr. Becker, could you, through the chair, Mr.
Can
Becker?
I get a motion to suspend the rules, please?
Motion to suspend the rules?
Support.
Motion by Ms. Comartin, support by Mr. Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Good evening, Mr. Becker. Thank you for
Good
coming down
evening,
here.
Jack Becker, Chairman of the Building Authority. The 65 figure, 36, or whatever it is, 765, is the figure that's going to go in from the city's portion of that.
Yeah.
They're taking $14,000 of interest that was sitting in the account, and they're adding it to it. And further on in the letter, it'll tell you that it ends up being, what was it, 780 something?
Yeah.
580 something, okay. So that was the difference, and we questioned that also. The building authority did, and got an explanation of it, and that's what it is.
Perfect. Thank you
Madam
very
Chair?
much, Mr. Becker.
Mr. Bracamino?
Thank you. Mr. Becker, since you're here,
Yes, sir.
is the account accurate that the building authority has voted not to bring checks before council in the future?
Madam Chair,
Yeah.
point of order. That's,
Mr. Bracamino, at
Okay.
this point, since we've already referred that, I'm going to
All right, I was just questioning.
let it lay on the table.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Becker.
Okay, thank you. I hope that cleared it all up.
Yes.
And we appreciate you listening to our ex officio and passing it. Thank you.
Okay.
Item number 11.
Do we want to review any other items?
Yeah.
I'd like to talk about call to order. Okay, item 11 is a public hearing to receive comment on the proposed 2011 through 2016 Housing and Community Development Consolidated Plan and the 2011-2012 Action Plan application for CDBG Home and HOPWA funds.
Item number 11 is a public hearing. Anyone that would like to address this agenda item may do so at this time. Good evening.
Hi, my name is Catherine Bunford, and I represent the Home County Community Services Agency. I am the director of
Is the microphone on?
I'm sorry, there's a little button.
There.
There we go. Better.
Okay. I'm Catherine Bunford. I'm representing Macomb County's Community Services Agency. I'm the director of the Senior Chore Program, and we have submitted an application to the City of Warren requesting $35,000 in CDBG funds to continue the senior chore operations here in the City of Warren. As you're, I'm sure, aware, with those funds, we provide services to low-income senior citizens and disabled adults in your community. And the types of services that we provide are seasonal services such as lawn cutting and snow removal, and then other miscellaneous services such as gutter cleaning, minor plumbing, and minor electrical work. With the funds that we've requested, we anticipate to serve approximately 120 households and just under 3,000 hours of service. When you are considering our request, if I could please ask you to note that the fund balance that we have on hand right now with the planning department, will be used during the lawn cutting season. We just started lawn cutting now April 25th, and that will run through the remainder of this current fiscal year. And so the funds that we do have on hand are anticipated to be used up. Any questions?
Right now, we have the public hearing. Once we
Okay.
close that, if you don't mind staying close by, some may call you up for
Okay.
questions. Anyone else care to address agenda item number 11 regarding the CDBG? Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Carrie Fortune. I am with Macomb County Community Services Agency representing the Homeless Continuum of Care. We have submitted a proposal for $8,300 to help support the Continuum of Care, which is the system used to move those who are homeless into housing, as well as preventing homeless for those who are at risk. Within the Continuum of Care, we have over 100 agencies, including shelters, housing programs, government agencies, nonprofits, and the Continuum is the system that includes emergency shelters, transitional housing, permanent housing, prevention and outreach services, as well as social services. With a well-formed continuum, we are able to bring in money from state and federal government. Last year, through just the Continuum of Care, we brought in over $2.2 million to the shelters and housing programs. In Macomb County, we did our last point in time count on January 26th of this year, and we counted 1,101 homeless who were living either on the streets or in shelter at that time. Over 135 of those who gave their last permanent address were from the city of Warren, and then there are many more that are living in the hotels here that aren't necessarily counted or give their last permanent address. The 10-year plan to end homelessness in Macomb County goes through the Continuum of Care, as well as the federal grants, and then these point-in-time counts, housing inventories, and gaps analysis. So with that, we are able to bring in quite a bit of money, as well as help with information that is needed for your consolidated plan. Our request again was for $8,300, and I can stick around as well if there are questions.
Thank you very much. Anyone else wish to address agenda item number 11? Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Kathy Goodrich. I am the Executive Director of the Macomb County Warming Center. I'm going to make this brief because I understand we did submit an application, required attachments and so forth, and rather than go over that all again, we do understand that the recommendations have been made and that we are very happy to have been included in those recommendations. And basically, I'm just really here to thank you for your past support of our program, and we hope that you will consider approving the recommendation that we be funded again this year. Also, I want to note that we have added 2 churches this year from the city of Warren. So we're very happy to have extended our activities into the city of Warren. Thank you. Any questions?
We'll let you know.
I'm sorry?
I said we'll let you know. We're going to finish the public hearing.
Thank you.
Madam Chair?
Mr. Sadowski?
The individuals that are coming up to speak, if you would you please sign in on the sheet that's on the podium? That's for the court reporter, so she can get your name correct for the minutes. And if you try to sign in the order that you came up to speak, that would be appreciated.
Okay. Anyone else care to address agenda item number 11?
Actually, if you just print your name, you don't need to sign it. Just
Okay.